This is the first time that I've ever tried using this product, Evapo-Rust, and I've seen a lot of good things about it. I have no idea if it lives up to its billing or not, but since it seems like this is what people use, I will be one to try it and have nothing to do with them. So I'm always skeptical when things are super safe and biodegradable, etc., etc. To me, that usually means that they don't work as well as the real deal. But I will give this a shot and we'll see what happens. Okay, I don't really need Evapo-Rust to take off excess dust and whatnot, so I'm just going to kind of, I don't want to get my Evapo-Rust dirty, especially if you can reuse it again. So I'm just going to kind of take a little brush here and brush some of this stuff off. I don't know if I can do that or not. This one here I think is kind of interesting, from Janesville Machine in Wisconsin. It was on the top of a corn planter thingamajig, I believe. You can see it's got not only rust, but it's got some growth of whatever on there. So that kind of stuff comes off with a little bit of elbow grease, I guess. Let's get that out of there first. Oh, look at that. It's already looking better. Sometimes there just is no substitute for elbow grease. This is rusted together, and I could try and break that loose, but I'm going to see if this Evapo-Rust will actually help loosen that or not. I have no idea at this point. And that's really crusty and rusty in there. Okay, beautiful. This piece here, I would love to do that right now. This I actually found myself when I was about a 10 or 11-year-old kid, and my parents bought a place that previously had a house on it from years back and some foundation stuff around there. And so I found this out in the yard. I dare say that it had been sitting in the ground for many a year. It didn't have any handle on it, obviously, and but it could be brought back to life. So this is one of the main reasons here why I wanted to try out this product, to see if I could actually bring some life back into this. I mean, it's terribly pitted and all that, but you know, it's a pretty cool piece anyway. I mean, you can see the shape of it here, right? You know, this is completely flat on this side. So, and see how it's sharpened it. Anyway, set that aside for now. This piece right here is a family heirloom. And you might say, well, that's nothing really special to look at, because it's just a pair of really crude tin snips. What would that be? My great uncle, great uncle, whatever. This guy's name was Hans Thompson from Laurie, Minnesota. He forged these by hand, probably somewhere around 1900, in his blacksmith shop. These started out being, you know, nothing but a piece of steel. And these are completely hand-forged tin snips, and I did cut a piece of tin on it earlier today, even though they've been hanging up for all these years. Pretty impressive. You know, it's a little bit crude. I see people making knives all the time. I would like to see somebody make something that can cut tin like this and forge it together. So I would love to clean these up, and I want to hang these up in my office here at home because I think they're that cool. All right, a bunch of this other stuff is like fencing tools and odds and ends, and some of these aren't as special. They've just been around for a long time. That's kind of a cool tool right there for fencing, I guess, and whatnot, right? You got your various wrenches here that probably came with a car or something at one point. Look at that wrench right there. Ain't that thing cool? Forged wrench. I don't know what that came off of, but I'm sure somebody would know what it is, right? And we'll put that aside. Okay, so I'm going to clean off a few of these things and get them prepared here. And then there's this tool right here. And I'm not sure where this thing came from, but it's something that my father had. And who knows where it came from. But it has some potential, I think. So I'm taking de-rust that maybe. This stuff works. Okay. A bunch of these are just old wrenches and junk. Probably from some kind of a car, right? Who knows what that is. This wrench here was something that was used for a De La Valle milking machine. Okay. USA, Ford, probably can't read that. And if the old stuff isn't good enough to try, I've got some of these blades here that came with my planer. And before I got the planer, somebody wasn't extremely careful with it. Not the owner, but somebody else. The owner happened to be my son-in-law. Somebody else wasn't very careful with it. And so it was, you know, out and about and got water on it. And so you can see these blades are a little bit rusty. I don't know if they can actually be brought back to life. They look like they need some TLC, but we'll see what happens here. This one is by far the worst of the bunch, at least in this stack here. So I'm taking kind of, ouch. Like that. See, the back side's pretty good actually, but not this side for sure. All right, so I have a container here and I'm going to lay a few of these pieces in here. I don't know, I suppose ideally I would have something to kind of keep that off of the bottom maybe. What would I do here? I guess I could, let me just put that in there like that. It don't matter, we're just trying stuff. Okay, so I want to put this guy in there for sure. I think that would be an interesting one to try out. And I want to put in this pair of snips here. Ooh, can I get that in there? Maybe I'm not going that one either. But my luck, it would poke a hole in the side, right? So, what are we going to do here anyway? This is kind of a bad deal. I want to take off this little tag here. Okay, we got that in there. This here is not going to fit. We got to put some other goodies in there. How about this one here? This is really rusty and crusty. Put that in there. Get this Ford wrench in there. You can put a bunch of these wrenches in there, I think. I don't know what that is there. This. Look at that thing there. What in the world was somebody doing with that wrench? I can't imagine. This one looks like it could almost work yet, but you can't turn that thing. Okay. I'm not super excited about that one for some reason. This one here is kind of cool. Okay, let's put this in there. One of these other ones. Some of those aren't really so rusty, they're just kind of, you know, whatever. Oh, look at this guy right here. What was this for? Anybody know? Okay, so put these in here. I'm going to give this Evapo-Rust a workout here, I think. Okay, so it says here for small object derusting, pre-clean, blah, 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 1 to 12 hours. Okay, that's all we need to know. Open this guy up here. Doesn't smell like anything. And there we go. Pouring it on. Flip, 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 flip. Flip, 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 flip. I hope this does not have a leak in it. Okay. And I don't know if I can actually get all of this stuff under the Evapo-Rust here. Maybe not. Most of it. We got most of it in there. Okay. So, okay, do like that. And get all this stuff in there. Okay. I would probably be sticking my hands in here even if this was nasty stuff anyway, so don't worry about it. Okay. Anyhow, that is mostly in there. Actually, it's a day later, and we shall see what happened here. Ooh. Oh. Ooh. Oh. Okay. I should separate out this other stuff here. Okay. So, look at that. It's like it has to be really right in under the level of the water to actually clean off, because you can see anything that was sticking out here. Look at like this one here. This little piece was sticking out, and it's wet, but it's not as derusted as the rest of it. Same with this one here. See? Wow, that's pretty impressive. I am impressed, to say the best. Look at that, how that came out. Wow, that's unreal. Look at black gooby goop on there. So I think, look at this guy here. Wow, that's impressive. How about these here? What did they do? See, this one here, this was sticking out of the water. or out of the stuff, right? So those look nice. Wow. Yeah, sure. Okay, look at that. I think this little piece might have been sticking out of there. Look at that. Would you? I have to do another treatment with it sticking in there, but all right, I am a believer. I think this was sticking out of the water on this top corner here, but the rest of it, I keep saying water. It's not water. Evapo-Rust. Excuse me. Mighty impressive indeed. Mighty impressive. Okay. All right. So I am going to conclude that this is effective stuff, and we shall use this more because this is super handy. Ooh, I know what I've almost forgot here. I wanted to look at this guy right here and see what it did here. Look at that. Wow, that looks different. It's still rusty down in the bottom, but I wonder, yeah, I mean, it still looks like it's a little bit rusty in here, but reddish or whatever. I don't know if there was red paint on it originally. I think, okay, it's not gonna make this thing here come loose just yet, so I might have to figure out a way to loosen that. I really want to have that loosened so that we can take this off, but by hook or by crook, maybe we'll figure out how to do that. Boy, that looks nice. Way better. Okay. Wrench. And look at this one right here. Ooh, nice. Nice, nice. Where's the other one in there? That one. I still could have done a little bit better job over here. And this one here. Look at that. Nice. Okay. There's one more of those in there. Another wrench. This one feels a little bit crusty yet, but okay. That one. Check it out. Check it out. Ooh, look at that. Nice. Where is it here? Nice. This is the one that was really had a lot of rust on it, and it is pretty much clean off. Beautiful. Absolutely stunning. Okay. That's the conclusion of my test, and so rather pleased actually. Thank you for watching, and we'll see you around. And maybe one of these days we're going to tackle this guy right here. Okay, see you around. Thanks for watching.